Hey everyone, my name is Meera. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the book A Cage of Desires by Shuchi Singh Kalra. I was sent this book for review by the author herself, so thank you so much, Shuchi. This is a women's fiction that depicts the double standards of patriarchy within conventional Indian society. Renu is a married woman who's living in her in-laws' house along with her children. Now, between the growing cracks in her marriage with her husband and the tiresome duties of a daughter-in-law, she begins to feel lonely and insecure. So she gives voice to her sexual fantasies through the words of renowned author Maya, who is known for her erotic fiction novels. This novel graphs the trials and tribulations that women have to go through in order to be accepted for who they are. When I received the review request for this book, I was really eager to read it because of the contrast between the two types of female characters, which I felt like was a refreshing change. But halfway through the book, I began to realize that there wasn't a single character in the book I found likable. Renu herself is someone who comes across as being selfish. She doesn't really care about how her actions reflect on her children. I can't really point out the inconsistencies in her personality and actions because that would be a spoiler. But all I'd say is that she's a little hot and cold throughout the novel. At times when I felt like she was making progress in terms of standing up for herself, immediately she would go and do the exact opposite and she would submit to people who are really toxic for her. Her father-in-law and her husband are absolutely despicable characters. They have no respect for her whatsoever. They are very arrogant. Even the character of Arjun, he is no better, if not worse than all of them. What he contributes to the story was something I predicted from the moment we were introduced to him, so I didn't like him one bit from the start. This book also talks about how women are expected to take on multiple roles, but they have no agency when it comes to making decisions by themselves. This is evident in the manner in which Renu's father-in-law and husband they treat her. The underlying theme and message that this book puts forth is about how women, especially these stay-at-home women who single-handedly manage the entire household, they are due so much respect and gratitude, but they don't receive any of it. And also about how women owning their sexuality is not a sin, it's not a crime. You can see that in the way people react to Renu and in the way they react to Maya. That's a stark contrast you will encounter as you read the book. The chapters are really short and the writing style is such that you'll be able to breeze through the book in one sitting. I rated this book 2.5 out of 5 stars. I wish I could give it a higher rating because the message it sends across is one that's very important and strong. If only Renu had been able to deliver that message, the content of this book, in a much more appreciative and applaudable manner, I would have loved reading this novel. That said, it's not a bad book in any way. It's just that the characters in this book, they got to me. We're also witness to the hypocrisy that a lot of people entertain in terms of what's acceptable for men, what's acceptable for women. Speaking of, a quote by Rohin Dahiya comes to mind. It is one of those unacknowledged facts of life that everyone had an open mind and a liberal heart until the tragedy struck at home. You'll understand why this quote is applicable when you read the book. If you read the book, then I would really like to know your thoughts on it. So please come back and leave them in the comments below. That's it for today. I'll see you again later. Bye.